Good evening, everyone. This is Malcolm Peters on the 2nd of July, 2017. I must get the date and the time and actually the year right, because I'm known to try and get that wrong sometimes. As you come online to this wonderful weekend Google Hangout, I have some extraordinary guests who've joined us. Date and the time. Okay, so that's me at the moment, so I'm just going to make sure I can switch that off because I've got to watch all the chat on the other channel. I've got two channels running. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our call. We've got about 3.5, 4 minutes before we get started. My name is Malcolm Peters. I'll be your host today. I am so excited to have a fantastic panel from around the world who's joined us, who are going to be sharing with you some fantastic information, news for growth, helping you to develop your skill sets, and really to give you a picture where we're going with GPG worldwide. As you come online, please introduce yourselves, your first names and where you're calling from. I see we've got lots of guests who've already joined us. Jean-Claude Solil, welcome to the call from L'Oreal in France. We've got Mary Antoinette. Hi, welcome to the call from the Netherlands. We've got Anne-Marie and Peter. Welcome to call from Netherlands as well. Lindy Bluekamp. Welcome to call from South Africa. Fabulous. Alicia, welcome to call. Calling from Athens. Natalia, welcome to call from London, UK. Great to have you online. Hi, family. Lebo, you got to tell us where you're from. We don't know who you are. I know you're calling from South Africa. I've got a little hint there. Maria, welcome to the call from Greece. Fabulous to have you online. Claire, welcome to the call from Lusaka. Where is Lusaka? I think that sounds like it's Africa.
Zambia.
Zambia, welcome to the call. Fabulous. Thank you, Dr. Nelly. We got Heather, who's come online from Orlando in Canada. Welcome to the call. Colleen Ferguson, welcome to the call from Canada. We got Leah, who's coming on board. Hi, Leah. I see that you haven't got your silver hot pants on today. It's a bit too cold for that or too hot for that. It's Leah, my good friend, calling you from Holland. We've got Octavia, welcome to the call. Octavia from South Africa, fabulous name, welcome to the call. Hey, Krisha, welcome to the call from London. Ladies and gentlemen, this call is designed to do three things, and we have this call on a weekend basis. First, and most importantly, it's really to give you the international flavor of GPG worldwide. People who come and join us on this call can be from all backgrounds, all walks of life, and all countries. And really what I suggest to yourselves is you invite everybody that you know onto these calls. Whether they're people who are looking for jeunesse at the first time, just getting a flavor of what we're doing, maybe they're on your prospect list and you've contacted them with a video or getting them warmed up to see what we have, this call is for them, showing them the international nature of this particular organization, but really also great information from some superb people who are going to be here tonight to be your trainers, joining me on this Sunday call. Second, I think it's important for all the new distributors to absolutely mandatory be on this course. Teamwork makes the dream work, and it's an important part of the edification process for you to build up your upline, invite them to see what we do on our Sundays to help you to develop your business with key skill sets and information that's going to help you in your growth and journey through jeunesse. And third, most importantly, are distributors. I call the older distributors because, we get jaded. We've had some rough weeks. We get banged about a little bit when we're in the field. This call is designed to motivate and inspire you and to show you that we have enormous, enormous growth in our organization worldwide. So other people that have joined us now, my goodness, a lot of people have come online now, so I've missed a few of them. We've got Heather Nixon from Canada. Great to have you online. We've got Krisha. We've covered Krisha. Vita, welcome to the call from Athens. We're going to get the call started in just a minute's time. Now, I don't know about yourselves, but summer's here and, people start getting into this mood about, well, this is the time to have a holiday and to relax. And I've got to share with you, how can we begin to think about holidays when you start looking at what our diamonds had for a holiday package? What a trip. 5-star resort in Bora Bora at the Holiday Inn. I think I've just frozen for a second. If I have, I don't know what it is. It's if I freeze for a little while, because I've had a few problems with my internet. But Bora Bora, when I saw that, I got so excited because I just thought, just think about this as part and parcel of making an enormous amount of money. And let me tell you this on this live call, close call for GPG. Diamonds on average are millionaires in this business, $1 million earners. Many of them will average anything around $100,000 a month. So it's not to sell you the idea that everybody's going to achieve that, but they've paid the price. Leadership is know the way, go the way, and show the way, and that's exactly what they've done. But imagine the icing on the cake is to be able to get trips every single year as a thank you from a fantastic company, the fastest growing now worldwide. The last trip was in Bora Bora, and last year they were in Switzerland as well. So it's a great go for those people who are looking for more travel, maybe looking for more money, maybe looking for more time, because the two objections that we get most of all are, I don't have enough money and I don't have enough time. I believe that we've got the vehicle here that will give you both of those things. More money working through this particular program, which is proven over 7 years and really shortly to become 8 years in September, and also to give you more time, the most precious commodity we have in our one-time journey on planet Earth. 84,600 seconds, and 1 second can change your life. Yet so many people waste years and years sitting in a 9-to-5 routine, doing the same old in the hamster wheel. We can give people more time, and that's really one of the great benefits of our business. I'm going to start introducing my guests. Nikos, welcome to the call from Athens, and Keith Whitaker, welcome to the call from South Africa. My first guest is someone who I really dearly love, and I've met her husband just a while back. I took him out. We managed to get just one beer. I was hoping for it to be a jug of tequila, but we didn't have time. Her husband, Ian Murray, is a good friend of mine. I've met up with Ian and Judy. They're Emerald Directors in GPG, and calling in today actually from a house full of people downstairs celebrating 150 years of the birth of Canada. We've got online today the wonderful Judy Murray, who's going to share with you for a few moments some tips and information about recruitment and about duplication in our business. So my guest, gorgeous Judy Murray, Emerald Director from GPG.
Thank you so much, Malcolm. You're so kind, and it's such a pleasure to work with you. Can you hear me? I have technical difficulties, or I am. We're good? Okay, good. Well, first of all, everyone, it is on this call, and Malcolm, thank you for doing these calls every Sunday, and I encourage all of you, priority to get your distributors on, guests on, as many people, because what you're going to learn on these calls is gold. I've been in the industry for 29 years now with my husband, Ian, and I'll tell you, it's been a gift. And we have been waiting for this company for 29 years. They had everything we were looking for in a company. You know, one of the key elements of building a business is recruiting. And when you duplicate your efforts and teach others to do the same, you will grow a massive business, a massive organization. So, Malcolm, are you okay? Can you hear me? Looks like you're me.
You're sounding like Doctor Who's Dalek at the moment, but because you look so gorgeous, we can just about figure out what you're saying. And I'm sure what we're going to do is to listen to bits and pieces. We have a very bad connection, Judy, so we'll see how well it goes for the next few moments. And if it's really bad, then I'm going to send you off scuttling off to your party again and have you on next week. But carry on. If it really gets very bad, I'm going to come in.
You know what? I mean, if it gets really bad, I could be on next Sunday if it's bad location. But if you can't hear me, kind of go like this, and I'll take your direction. But duplication is the key to success in this business, and teaching others how to duplicate their business. Without duplication, no business. So I really encourage all of you to learn how to duplicate, learn how to teach others how to tell the story, but keep it simple. And one way we do that within our organization is because people come into your business with a high level of anxiety and a low level of knowledge. And if you can show them how simple this business, I didn't say easy, I said simple. And the reason we don't say easy is because we're dealing with people, and people will let you down. So that's why I say simple business. Use the tools, because if you're showing someone how to use simple verbiage, tell us, you're going to build a massive business. It's highly duplicatable. So you take a look here with this incredible company. We have J-Mobile. J-Mobile is a free download. We are an Apple certified download J-Mobile. You have access to some phenomenal award-winning tools that really I feel are being underutilized. That's all I use is J-Mobile. You have award-winning videos that you can actually send someone. Let's say, for instance, I have something I'd like to send you. I'd like you to take a serious look at this. I know for a financial, and I think I may have something for you. It's only 2 minutes. We're an award-winning company. Will you look? Everyone. Did I talk about the company? No. No.
Judy,
it is duplicatable. Let the
Judy, what I want to do, Judy, my dear, I'm going to try, as lovely as you are and gorgeous as you are, I'm going to cut off the video and see if we can get a better sound quality, because that reduced the bandwidth. And if that fails, Judy, then I'm going to bring you back shortly, say goodbye, and then we'll bring you back on next week. But I'm making notes of what you're saying. I'm going to share that with everybody, and I'm sure that your wisdom is worthwhile waiting for. So I'm going to take you offline as far as your video is concerned, and then I'm going to speak to you so you can see me and I'm talking to you, and we're going to make sure that we can still hear you. And if we can hear you, I'll say, Judy, it's all clear, carry on. And then as you finish your call, I'll bring you back to say goodbye. All right, Judy? So I'm going to just quickly take off the video for yourself, okay? If I can just do that.
Okay.
Okay, just give me a second, everybody. Let me just do that. He says, okay. Hi, Judy, are you there? Oh, you brought yourself back.
I'm here. Can you hear?
I can hear you clearly. Okay.
You can hear me? Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. So what was I saying? The duplication factor in using JMobile and keeping it so simple, you keep your verbiage simple, you keep your approach simple. Simple, people will say, wow, you see, they're thinking. If that's all they to me, they sent me out, all they said was, our company, award-winning company, they did 1.4 billion last year. We won Business of the Year award alongside Google and AT&T, and had me look at a video. I can do that. You want people to say, I can do that. But if your approach is complicated, if your approach is, I mean, you know, where they think they need to go through all the products and all the bullet points of the company, they're going to say, I can't do that. I can't remember all that. I don't have the money to have all these people in, you know, to have people in my home where I serve them wine and food. You keep things, when I have people in my home, I don't serve coffee or tea or food because it's not duplicate. I serve them water. I want them, and I have people in my home for a presentation. I say to them, you know, I'm not going to keep you here all night. I know you're all very busy and I value your time, but this will be well worth your while. And you will see why we're so excited. As I said, I'm always thinking, is this simple? Can they do it? What I say, can they do what I can't stress enough to all of you to keep it really simple and duplicatable. By not going to, I know so many distributors who have so many people in their home, or they take it to a restaurant and they just go all out. It's not duplicatable. Can you say this? I have something I'd like you to take a look at. It may or may not be for you, I don't know, but I have, it's only 2 minutes long. We're pretty excited. The company just won Business of the Year award alongside Google and AT&T. They did 1.4 billion, and we haven't even started yet. And you know what? Our products are that good. But you know, listen, I'm just going to send you a video. Take a look at it. And if they say to me, I'm so busy, I don't have time. You know what I say to them? Because that's the #1 objection usually. I say to them, you know what, Malcolm? I know you're busy. And I respect the fact that you're a very busy person. You have a lot going on in your life. Acknowledge that they're busy. But then I say to them, but we work with people just like you. And I'd like to sit down with you after you take a look at this 2-minute video. I know you'll have questions. And I'd like to build a profit center, help you build a business on your love doing business. And when I say on your love doing business, that's an important thing to say to people who are so busy. Maybe they're from corporate America. Who knows? Maybe they're at a different point in their career where they're not going to do home presentations. They're not going to go to hotel meetings, but yet they have a wide circle of influence. They have an amazing contact base. They can pay, hey, Joe, listen, I'm building a distribution network with a very powerful team here, and I'm going to shoot you a video. I want you to look at it. Would you do that? I know you're busy, Joanne, but I promise it won't be a waste of your time. Check this out, $1.4 billion company, Business of the Year award alongside Google and AT&T. I'll give you a call at 8 or 9 o'clock tonight. Will that work for you? How duplicatable is that? And everyone can say that. Everyone can do that, no matter how far. So another thing that I say, words that are very busy, I'll say, you know what, Joe, or you know what, Malcolm, you have the contacts and the credibility. I have the time and the knowledge. And together, we can build a massive distribution network, a $1 billion company that just won Business of the Year award alongside Google and AT&T, and we haven't even started. So
Judy,
when people give you...
Judy, sorry, I'm going to interrupt
yes.
you because a lot of people are writing in. The sound quality, my dear, is really not very good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to come online if I can. And we're going to basically get you to say goodbye today, Judy. I've made the points. I'm going to cover them again. And it's very difficult because we've got an echo and you're breaking up as well. But I've made some notes here, Judy, and I want to share them with you. Try and get you back on so you can say goodbye to the crowd if we can. You seem to have disappeared completely. Judy, are you there? Okay. Okay, this is what happens when we have a live call. I think Judy made a really great effort to try and explain a few things. So let me give you some of the bullet points that she covered. And I think I always take notes of everything that's said on these calls. And what she's really talking about is recruiting and duplication. She says, keep things very, very simple. And some great key points that she's made. The first point that she's made is, don't go all out for like expensive dinners, making sure there's lots of wine and stuff like that. You know, in Holland, we do that, but we ask people to bring their own wine. So it becomes something of a party atmosphere as such without being too much of a party. But her point is valid because other people might be looking at that and thinking, well, I haven't got enough money to entertain people at my house. Maybe my house doesn't look as nice as your house. Great point. She's talking about using tools, about J Office, which is a very important tool. You know, this whole business is about system, duplication, multiplication. But around it are tools. You need to have the right tools. And tools include things like J Office. Your upline will have presented you with or has got available, I'm sure, PowerPoints and training that they put together. I know Kerry, Dean, I know Oliver, myself, everybody, Ali Sen has got tools that we use to help people with. Duplication is about having those right tools. I think the most important thing that she's talked about also is keep it simple, very simple in what you actually say. I love this part. She says, you know, I've just come across a very, very exciting project. It's a company that's won Business of the Year alongside AT&T and Google. Write that down. One Business of the Year award, a Business of the Year award alongside AT&T and Google. I think it's a very powerful opening statement that she's made. And it may or may not be for you, but you know, I'd like you to take a quick look at the video and let's discuss this further. She also says if people have a big why, we can talk to them because one of the biggest objections is I don't have enough time. And I'm going to cover this in another call because we haven't got enough time here. I'm just giving you a little bit of a brief. I'm going to ask Judy to cover that again for us on next week's call. This objection about not enough time, we can do a whole call. Myself, Dino, Oliver, everybody's got a different perspective. Ali Sen, with a great amount of experience that he's got, because each one of us has got a particular way of dealing with that objection. My way of dealing with it is very simply, that's exactly why you need to take a look at this. I haven't got enough time, Malcolm, so that's exactly why you've got to take a look at this. And I use feel, felt, found. I know exactly how you feel. I felt the same way myself before I looked at this. And then I found I only have 86,400 seconds a day, and I've wasted like 30 years of my life waiting for my retirement plan. You're too good for that. Let me run something by you that's going to give you more time to spend with your family and the people that you love. Obviously, like most intelligent people, that's what you're really looking for, isn't it? Things like that. So, another thing she's mentioned is it won't be a waste of your time. And she says, really, let me just have a quick look here, making sure. She sends a video out. I didn't ask Judy what the video was. I believe the video must have been the short video that we send out. You know, these calls are difficult technically for some people because they're calling in from very, very far off places. So I'm sure for me, if I can pick up 3 or 4 nuggets like that, to me, the great nugget won an award of Business of the Year alongside AT&T and Google. I think that's such a powerful, powerful statement to actually make. My next guest, I'm really looking forward to this introduction, is probably one of the characters that you're going to meet in GPG. And I met him briefly initially online, and then I met up with him several times since. He's an extraordinary individual, someone who really is the personification of great leadership in GPG. He's been absolutely tenacious in the way that he builds this business. From scratch, he's gone out there and spoken to everything that moves about what we actually do. You know, some people say that you're lucky, Malcolm, you've got XYZ as sponsors, lots of spillover. That's not quite true. He can tell you, and he's going to share with you shortly, his story. He didn't sit in a big power line with hundreds of thousands of points coming in. He just got to work with this business because he loved what he saw. He loved the journey, and he went out there, and he's our newest Ruby distributor. I am so proud and privileged to introduce all of you to Oliver Grimley, calling in from South Africa, our newest Ruby director, and I'm so pleased to have him on the call. If you'd like to share with us a little bit of background, how you heard about this, Oliver, and really, you've got the podium for the next 15 minutes. Oliver Grimley. Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Great build up like that. We can't hear you. Can't hear you. Okay, bear with us. We've got a great call tonight with technical problems here. If we can't hear you, Oliver, I'm going to pass you over and come back to you. We can't hear you, Oliver. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Oliver, I'm going to pass you over for a second. I hate doing that. Great build up. Do you want to play around with your sound, etc.? And I'm going to bring our ever smiling Dino. And while we do that, Oliver, if you just work with that, and then give me a thumbs up if you feel that you've got it connected. Try, say hi in the middle of it. I'm sure we won't mind, and then we'll bring you back on. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've got to pass over on Oliver just for a few moments till he figures out what's going on with his sound. And I want to introduce you all now to someone who I also feel very, very, very glad to have met. And I met him for the first time, and he may not recall this, was in Germany. And we've gone to one of our events, and we just met up, and everyone told me, he had a little hat on, and I wear a hat as well because I shave my head. And he came across, and he's well-spoken, very friendly character. No one can ever forget his smile. He's well known for the smile. And we met, and he was talking to some people he brought from, I think, Bulgaria or something like that. And I spoke to Paul and Kathy. I said, who is this guy? Oh, this is Dino Alvarez, blah, blah, blah. And he's a really real mover, shaker character. This gentleman is responsible really for the phenomenal teams that we have got at the moment in Greece and Cyprus, and most importantly also what he has managed to do with one of the speakers they're going to hear later on in Turkey. It is my pleasure and my privilege to introduce you all to a Ruby director who is on the verge of becoming an emerald very shortly, Dino Alvarez, calling in today from Germany. Dino.
Hello, everyone. Oh my God, I'm blushing. Malcolm, I do remember exactly how we met in Munich at the event. Yes, at the university. So can you all hear me very well?
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic.
And one moment. And Oliver, straight after Dino, I'll bring you on so you can sort out your sound. We want to make sure you got the podium. Got 15 minutes. Okay. Excellent. Thanks, Oliver. Off you go. Dino.
Okay. So it's my honor to be on this call. I have heard so many fantastic things on this call, and every time, Malcolm, I have to say, every week it's a topic what you have talked on this calls with my team. So it's fantastic. It's really, really helpful. So I can only say to everyone, bring, of course, the new partners, but also everyone else, that is existing in the team already. Get on this calls. It's an amazing, amazing call. I love it already. So I wanted to talk to you today about something that I experienced myself. The great benefits of our business, of network marketing. And the great benefits of being part of the GPG. Because some of you might know, some of you might not know. Right now, I'm in Germany, normally headquartered, so to speak. Home is Chicago, but I'm here with my parents because my mother actually got a hip replacement, and I'm taking care of her. So what I experience right now is that I left home 2 months ago already, and it's probably going to be another month till I get back home. And can you believe that my business is not only going better and better? You know, it's just something. It's leveraging. You know, it's increasing. Of course, the income is there, and the great thing about it is that great leaders, like for example, as we have now Ali here on the call, right? And Didem, and you know, Rolando's, Haralambos, Helena. I don't want to mention all the names now. You know, they do their business, they increase their business, and what it shows me, what the benefits of this great business is when you start at the beginning and you focus on something, when you focus on your business, you really take it serious, and then you start with your leveraging yourself. You know, find people that basically have the same way of thinking as you do. And what I'm always saying is, when you look for people, very often when I get into conversations, people say, I have to get better in this, I have to get better in this, I have to get better in this. But they never talk about what they're really great in. So why not focus on what we are really great in, and then look for people exactly in this, maybe it's a niche, whatever it is, but let's look into this people. And then what you have in common is the same kind of thinking, the same kind of activities, same kind of actions that you might take. And then what you have done right now is leveraging you. Because one of the benefits that we have in this business is time. We can leverage our time. We as individuals, we have only 24 hours a day, 7 days. That's it. But if we can have a Dino or a Ali or a Malcolm or Oliver or a Dr. Nelly or, you know, a Carrie Dean and all that, then we're leveraging our time. That's a great benefit that most people do not understand about network marketing. We have this leverage, this time. While an employee is giving to an employer 8, 9, 10 hours of a day, right? And gets in exchange money for his knowledge and for his time. Well, in our situation, we are ourselves, we work, we focus, we do all the things that we have to do every day, consistent. But in addition, if we find, you know, the duplication, what Judy was trying to say, and hopefully everyone heard her, okay, was really the duplication of us. But what I really would like people to understand and to see is, don't look around and say, I'm not good in this and this and this. Say, I'm great in this and this and this field. And stick for that. Stick to your strengths. When you leverage yourself, and we now know that network marketing is all about leverage, time, yourself, your activities. What happens as well is freedom. And that's what I'm experiencing right now. Everyone here on the call, even as a Ruby director already, you have really the ability to do what I'm doing right now, to be away 2 months away from home. Tell me, I'm gonna give you now an example. My brother lives here in Germany, about 300 kilometers away. And believe it or not, he was only able to visit my mom twice. He wanted to while she was in the clinic and she was in the rehab. He wanted to, but he couldn't get, he couldn't get off from his work. It just didn't work out. Well, I'm able to be here. I was able to be every day with my mom. I was able, to set up a new apartment from her, to move her tomorrow. She's going to get out of the clinic. I'm going to prepare other things for her. That's what I'm able to do because of this business, because of the system that it works, because of the work that I have set up, the base that I set in the last 3 years. everything that Malcolm did, that Oliver did, you know, that Ali's doing, that Dr. Nelly. I mean, think about it. Dr. Nelly was saying to us that she produced 11 sapphires in 2 months. And I'm sorry, I don't want to say, Dr. Nelly, you're going to talk about that. Slapping, sorry. But these are the things, the work that you're doing. Sorry, Malcolm. The things that you do previously, and then you basically harvest. And I'm able now in this fantastic business to enjoy exactly that. You know what? I have grown some amazing. I'm so fortunate to have leaders like, I'm talking now about Ali because Ali is here right now with us, right? That they are with me, that we're doing this together. And even if we don't talk every day now, Ali, right? We're still connected. We know exactly in what directions we're going. We have our strategy. We set up our ways much earlier than that. So could I do it without the support of the GPG? Probably not. Probably not, because this is the other advantage that we really have. The Global Partners Group advantage, it's true, ladies and gentlemen. You know, if I wouldn't have had this fantastic team, if I wouldn't have had my great upline, like Kerry Dean, like Paula Pritchett, Kathy Robbins, Malcolm, you doing this call right now, you know, putting me on the platform, you know, now having Ian and Judy. I mean, these people are taking care of things if you are in a situation where you cannot pay 100% focus on your business. That is something that is so important. You do not have that in normal, classic, traditional business. I could be right now running my own business. Great, I'm self-employed, you know, fantastic. But I tell you, I could never be 2 months away from my business. I know that my business wouldn't work. Here, actually, because I set the right directions and everything, and leaders got produced and more leaders backed up, and with a leader and the leader backed up, now the business is actually growing more and more and more. And that's the residual income. That's what we work towards. It doesn't mean that I'm going to stop now, it's enough. Hey, I'm far away from that. But I realized that in a situation in my life where I need to be here for my family, which is the utmost importance for me, you know, and I think for most of us, I can do it. I can do it. And I thank my team, this wonderful team of mine, you know, for supporting me as well in this, each individual of them. I'm just looking at you know, this fantastic upline and sideline, our cousins or whatever, like Malcolm, right? It's just, we support each other. And that's something that you find with the Global Partners Group. And ladies and gentlemen, believe me, it is not that common. And Malcolm, one more thing that I want to say as a benefit, because sometimes we forget about it. I want to talk about tax, a situation with tax with our businesses. I give you the suggestion, please go and consult in whatever country you are with an accountant, you know, a professional, because they can give you tips. And I'm gonna give you 2 phrases. Employees make money, have to pay taxes, and then they spend money. Business owners make money, spend money, and then pay taxes. Okay? So I believe that if you do this little effort of going to an accountant, even if you have to spend a little bit of money, make it happen, because you are going to take your business, I think, in a different level, and you're going to take it a little different serious. These were a couple of things that I wanted to talk to you guys and share with you, because I'm experiencing it right now, and I can tell you it's a freedom that I don't want to miss in my life anymore.
Dino, I've got to ask you a couple of questions. I'm not going that quickly. I just want to ask you a very important question that comes to mind. Sure. And a lot of people don't know this, and I want you to share with you. I always tell people we find people in this business from the people we know and the people we don't know. Could you share with everybody right now that the leadership that you've got that's really beginning to build your business, were they personal friends or family members, or did you find them from your recruitment activities outside your friends and family?
I can say that they were 100% outside my friend and family, which,
fantastic.
You know, it just happened to be. It just happened to be. It was out of my activities, you know, going out and say, who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? And of course, an activity that I did 2015 with Facebook, which was just the right time about Greece and Cyprus. If I may say about Turkey, you know, I think what you do while you work, there is a certain image that develops around you. And I was very surprised because I'm a chickadee in network marketing. I'm the newbie in network marketing. You know, how fast actually your name is traveling. And that's how Turkey got somehow with me. So got in contact.
Dino, thank you very, very much for that. I want to give people a few bullet points, and I think some of the things that you've mentioned are very important. And I like to always go through some of the key points that people give us on these calls because they're important. Dino's talked to you about the power of residual income. It allows him to travel from Chicago and go and spend as much time as he wants to with someone that he loves, his mother. That's a great part of this business. He's also talked to you about leverage. There are 3 things that we leverage in this business that you're going to learn about. We leverage time, we leverage money, and we leverage minds. A lot of people forget this last one. Minds like Ali Sen, minds like Dr. Nelly, minds like Oliver. This is one of the most important and critical things. As you go out there and you get people to go through the 3 things and the 4 steps that we talk about, generate leads, teach others to do the same, contact and qualify your prospects, present and demonstrate your products, close and consolidate. Same process. Doesn't matter who's on this call. We all do the same thing. But in the lead side of it, it was very important you all understand that Dino is very sharp, and I really admire him for it. He had the front to think and use his mind. Who are we looking for? We're looking for dissatisfied people. Who are we looking for? We're looking for people at our desire level and above. Who are we looking for? People of our ambition level and above. We are not trying to go below our ambition level, but above. There are tens of thousands of people on this planet waiting for something like this. Dino realized that there are people out there, and he went out fishing. I'm going to tell you a quick story before I bring my guest on. It's important to understand this. Now, I keep telling people this. People we know and people we don't know. Who are the people we know? They were strangers we once said hello to each other. Who was your mother and father before they met? Strangers who said hello to each other. Your lovers, people that you like and people that you don't like. Such an important point. He went out, put some adverts out, very smart, and he interviewed people with a story. He's coming to Greece and blah, blah, blah. He's going to talk about it on another call. From that, he started off this avalanche of people that we see on these calls in Greece. But it was he who did that. He sat down, he thought about it, and he went fishing. And our business is about fishermen. It's not just about giving someone fish on a plate to feed him for a day. We teach people how to go fishing so we can feed them for a lifetime. And then we have an armada of fishermen. And if there's a big fish in any lake, if there's 500 of us after it, we will catch it. Very important knowledge and information there. Money, minds, money, time, and minds is what we actually do. I want to bring you back to this enigma of a character. And, you know, he came offline just then. I'm going to bring him back because he's achieved some great things. He's going to tell you how he first heard about this business. He's going to tell you about what has happened for him. He's going to tell you about this extraordinary avalanche that he has created, that he has. He is part of the reason that we've got our guests online from Zambia. And really what has been happening for him as far as money is concerned at his very early stages and what Oliver Grimley has achieved. And I take my hat off to you. I don't wear one at the moment because it's too hot in the winter. I do it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to bring you back to an extraordinary guy. I think he's absolutely brilliant. Oliver Grimley. Share with everybody your story of phenomenal success. Oliver.
Hey, can you hear me, Malcolm?
Perfectly, sir.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, good. Sorry about earlier. Yeah, everyone, I just want to say fantastic content. And thanks for hosting this call again, Malcolm. It's very powerful and it helps so many people. So thank you. So yeah, I heard about Janess about 2 years ago. To be very honest, actually 4 years ago in Malaysia, somebody told me about Jeunesse, but I didn't join because I felt the person had the wrong approach, and I lived in South Africa and they lived in Malaysia. So I was a little bit, the timing wasn't right, put it that way. And I think the timing is a crucial thing in this business. You know, that's why it's always important to follow up with people, because, you know, they might just not be at the right time to join the business. And that person in Malaysia, had they followed up with me, I could have been in their downline, but they didn't. So timing is crucial. And 2 years later, I was in the right space at the right time. I had finished traveling as an international business strategist for some of the big speakers out there on the circuit. And one of them had mentioned the word Jeunesse as I was actually dropping a printer at his hotel room. And I happened to overhear it. And I was like, is that anti-aging company I heard about? Like, and he said, yes, it is. And I said, well, you're an entrepreneur and, you know, you build businesses. Why would you be interested in network marketing? And he said to me, because this is unlike any other network marketing company that's ever been and probably ever will be. And I said to him, well, let me hear some more. And long story short, that was the beginning of a journey that's absolutely changed my life and the life of so many people, including, Dr. Nelly on this call right now. So I just want to say I didn't go Ruby. We went Ruby. This is a team effort. I have to give credit to Dr. Nelly for all her hard work in Zambia. I have to give credit to Impor for going elite last month. I have to give credit to Jason, Liesel, Nasli in Cape Town, working tirelessly down there. I have to give credit to Lal in Durban. You know what? It's all about the people. And it's like Paula said, this business is so much more than Jeunesse. It's about the relationships you build along the way, the memories you create with people. You know, that's what's magic. Those magic moments, I like to call them, and you got to have an inventory and actually write down all your magic moments. And you should reflect on those often, because that gives you an incredible positive vibration. It increases your posture and it helps you to attract even more success. And we live in a universe which operates on a law of abundance. And if you look at nature, look at a tree, look how many leaves there are on a tree. There's no shortage. But people are conditioned, unfortunately, into thinking with a scarcity mindset, a mindset of lack, when the reality is there's more than enough money for every single person on this planet to be a multimillionaire, right? So there's abundance out there, and there's so much more for you than you could ever have imagined. And I think that mindset of mine that I've managed to develop over the years has been the key ingredient to my success. And then my tenacity and my persistence combined with that is really what it is, and I just want to say GPG, provides this platform for us where literally the only thing, and this is the truth, you might not want to hear this, but the only thing that's stopping you from your goals is staring you in the face in the mirror every single morning. It's you. And you might be telling yourself a story, and it might be a great story, but it's a story. And you need to be able to have the courage to look in the mirror and say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to stop telling myself a story. I'm going to stop being a victim. And I'm going to take 100% responsibility for my life. And I'm going to do this. And, I had every reason to not build this business. I was put on the inside of an inside. I had zero spillover. I had no support. And I just said, you know what? What a great example. If I do this, if I built to Ruby, if I built to Diamond, having produced everything on my own, then my team can't tell me that they need spillover, because I'm leading by example. I did it. I've built this business the hardest way possible from the ground up. And that's exactly what I'm doing. And, I could choose to be the victim and have a pity party, but that's not going to make me money. That's not going to help change my life. So you have to just wake up and look in the mirror and say, today's the day. Today's the day I'm going to make this happen. I love Nike, the brand Nike. Just do it. There's a lot of people out there. They're very rich up here in knowledge. They're super rich, but they got nothing here. Because knowing and not doing is the same as not knowing. You can know everything, but if you don't apply it, it's the same as if you didn't even know it. Did you ever think about that? It's literally the same as if you never even learned it in the first place, because you didn't take it and put it into action. It's only half of the equation. The nature of this realm, this universe, this place that we live in called Earth, is a place where you have to take knowledge and you have to apply it for it to manifest something in your life. So that's what you need to understand. You need to just get out there and you need to do it, right? And I was actually driving, and I want to tell this story because this is such a great story. I was actually driving in the car the other day. I'm not going to mention names, but a good friend of mine who's in the business says, you know, this business just isn't working out for me. And I said, oh, really? Oh, it isn't working out for you. Okay, well, how many meetings have you been to? She's like, oh, in a year, I've been to maybe one. I'm like, cool, yeah, I haven't seen you at a meeting for 3 months, 4 months. I can't even remember when I last saw you. Have you been on our Sunday webinars ever? She's like, no, I don't even know you have Sunday webinar. I said, yeah, every Sunday we have a team call. I said, do you have Momentum? Are you going through the Momentum videos? Have you been through Fast Start? No, that's $10 a month. What? $10 a month for your whole future? It's like a coffee at Starbucks. And you're telling me that that's going to stop you from achieving your dreams. How many calls have you made in the last month? Maybe a few. I called a couple people. You know, do you see what I'm saying? They have not gone out there and put in the commitment that's required for success, right? The people that make the money in this business are on this call tonight. The people that make the money in this business are at events. The people that make the money in this business are picking up the phone every single day. And you don't have to spend 10 hours a day. It's consistency that wins the race. It's consistency that wins the race. 3 people a day, every day in a year is over 1,000 people. If you just close 10%, you would have over 100 people in your business. That's the power of consistency. A small amount of effort over a long period of time produces massive results, right? Darren Hardy wrote about it in a book called The Compound Effect. I read it when I was younger, and I realized that all I need to do is just be very consistent. And it's not about being a superstar. It's about being consistent every single day, and you'll become that superstar if you just stay consistent. And so I just realized, I told her, I said to her, well, if you start actually getting on those calls and just showing up, 50% of success is just showing up. The tools are here for you. Everything you need is here for you. I'm 27 years old, and I'm a Ruby director in this business, and I've been working in this business, and I've still been doing a lot of other things, but I've been consistent. So you can do it too. Anyone can do this business. Literally, like Judy said, it's the most simple business out there, but it's not easy. You have to put in a little bit of time every single day, be consistent. And you've got the Global Partners Group. Like, the Global Partners Group is a huge advantage. I want you to understand, everyone is in Jeunesse, but not everyone is in the Global Partners Group. And the Global Partners Group is the glue that holds this team together. It literally is the platform that can help you to get so much further than you would have been if you just were signed up by anyone in Jeunesse. You know, these calls on Sunday nights, I mean, unbelievable information is shared here. Do you know how much money I have sold programs for to people? Tens of thousands of dollars they've paid, and they don't even get the information we share with you on these calls for free. And you need to really, really value that. And unfortunately, people don't value what they don't pay for. So you need to create a perceived value so you never miss this call, right? Because this call is so powerful, and it's every single Sunday. Then you have those events, you have webinars, you have all the tools you need to succeed. The only thing stopping you from success, like I said, is yourself. And then other than that, like I said, the mindset's key. And I really heard a very profound statement when I was younger from one of my mentors. And he said, I am, for what comes after that, defines your destiny. So after the words I am, whatever you fill in the blank is literally what you can choose who you want to become. You can create your reality. You are a creator. Makes sense? So I am, write it down, I call it your I am statement. And after that, write down what you want. So mine, you know, I'm an unconditional loving entrepreneur, international speaker and business strategist, connecting people, making millions and transforming the lives of billions throughout this universe. I say that every morning, and I jump on a rebounder, which makes it physical. It's not just an affirmation, it becomes an incantation. I embody the affirmation. It literally becomes part of my DNA. So I literally am what it is I'm affirming. And words are powerful. You must understand, everything you speak is energy. Words have a vibrational frequency, just like sound does. So your words actually manifest into something physical. So you need to be speaking what it is that you want into existence. Does that make sense? So the unseen will become seen if you just believe it and you internalize it and you just literally act every single day, and you say to yourself, literally every single evening before I go to bed and every morning when I wake up, I'm thinking the thought, I am diamond, I am diamond, I am diamond. I know it's a matter of time before that will manifest. Does that make sense? So just do that for you. And if yours, you can say, I'm sapphire. If you're working towards sapphire, I'm ruby, I'm emerald. And just literally believe in yourself. And the more you say it, the more you'll start to believe in yourself. That's the craziest thing. That's just how it works. You know, in the beginning, you might be telling yourself these things and you'll say, geez, I'm crazy. I don't believe that. But the more you say it, it's amazing. You actually start to believe it. You really do. You can actually brainwash yourself into a positive state of mind and stop, because we literally are a product of our environment. And all the media and all the things we hear has been programming our mind. So you need to literally be so in control of your own thoughts and the words that you're speaking, because that's literally creating your reality, if that makes sense. And, you know, there's a lot of people out there that are going to say negative things to you. The reality is that you're probably going to have to get 7, 8, 9 no's to get a yes. That's just how it is. So you need to just go through those numbers and understand that, like Malcolm said, and Dino said, you know, you just need 1 or 2, 3 key people and you can become a massive success in this business. You never know who people know. And we have the most incredible compensation plan. So we don't really need a lot of people to actually start making money in this business. You know, you just literally get 1 good leader in your left team, 1 in your right team, and you could be cycling like Lance Armstrong. Literally. So what I'm trying to say to you is just keep going, stay focused. You know, a lot of people are going to talk about the economy, how bad it is. You know, they're going to try to get negative into you. I just tell people, are you focusing on the macro economy? I live in my own micro economy within the macro economy. And I don't know what's going on in the outer world, but I have every idea of what's going on in my own world. And that's what matters, right? So don't let that outer world control you. Rather be in control of your inner world, which then will create the outer world that you desire. So I hope that really helped.
We don't want to let you off the hook at the moment, Oliver. I mean, you've really hit a great milestone, and it's a private call. So I'm dying to know, because you must have done extremely well. You built your business completely on your own, because a lot of people come out with, oh, I'm not in the right place, I haven't got the spillover. Key points, and I'm going to then close off for yourself. I want to ask you these points. First of all, the great thing about what you're doing, and I respect you for, is that your team actually respects you, and they're duplicating you. Where we have fracturing, whole things fall down, I can prove that. I know that. I've been in the industry quite a long time. And what I really like is that you've gone out there and you've instilled in your people this whole idea that it's their business. They've got to go out and they've got to build this business for themselves. There is no free lunch and no free ride. The second thing I like about what you do, Oliver, is you're not their manager. You don't sit there pushing paper with a little laptop, telling people what to do, and then moaning and bitching and griping, oh, they didn't do this, no one did this. You get out there and you look for people that do the job. Before you leave my call, I want everyone to hear you're 27 years old. You've had a monster month, Oliver, and I have no problem in sharing, because I'm in this for the money. I'm in this for the money because money gives me more time. Money gives me and my family the life that I want, and money is the keys to my freedom. Share with everybody what happened to you is the number of cycles that you made last month, please. And if you don't mind, an income claim, which is not supposed to be done, but I want you to do that on this call. What was your month like last month, so that all the people sitting there catching flies with their mouths open can wake up? Tell them what you did last month.
I actually stopped checking the cycles a few days before the end of the month, because I had hit Ruby a little bit before, but I did over 300, and the income was over $20,000 last month.
There you go. I wanted to hear that. I wanted to hear that, because, you know, people sit in this business, Oliver, and my next 2 guests are going to share this with everybody. They treat it like a pin money business, like a 5-penny business. And guess what they get? They get lots of 5 pennies. But when you go to work with vision, belief, and passion, when you understand, you've got to know the way first. or follow someone who knows the way. Go that way. Make sure that you follow people and follow those steps, and then you show the way. You cannot fail in this business. I applaud you. I think you're fantastic. My next guest is someone that I'm so excited to have online. And you know, this whole business is all about, it's a financial Ebola, I call it. We leave these little spores and people come in and they get excited and they talk to other people about it. And you get a lot of monkeys and baboons and idiots and more. Oh, this is life. That's the way it is. But you find a few, and they're the fire starters. And we've got one here today. This lady is creating a tsunami. I can hear her so loud. I'm in London. I can hear the rocking and the breaking of earth where this woman is going to work. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you all to listen to a fabulous, fabulous leader calling in today from Zambia, Dr. Nelly, who's going to tell you how she came across the business and really what is happening in Zambia. Dr. Nelly.
Oh, wow. I've been waiting. Okay. Can you hear me?
Perfectly.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So I first heard about Janice in July, but I was not interested. When Impo came to Zambia and was talking about the business, that time I was not very interested.
Oh dear, I'm dying to hear this. Okay, we seem to have lost you, Dr. Nelly. We seem to have lost your signal, Dr. Nelly. Oh, well, we're going to wait till you come back because I really, really want to hear what you've got to say. Dr. Nelly is going to make her way back. Can you all hear me? Can you all see me? Say yes if you can. Just make a note, please. Say yes. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Ladies and gentlemen, can you see me? Yes?
Yes.
Perfectly,
Okay.
Ali. I'm just trying to see if everyone they've all have a bit of a shock here on YouTube. I want to make sure they can all hear me as well. Okay, we've lost Dr. Nelly at the moment. I'm going to wait until she comes back. Yes, we can. Thank you very much for that. There's a 45-second lag. We're going to wait for Dr. Nelly, but you know, I've got to just say while we're waiting for Dr. Nelly, I hope you don't mind. The call's going to be a bit longer. Hey, if you have a problem with that, that's your problem. But you know what I really like about this call so far? Can you see the difference in the characters that we've got here? Can you see that everyone comes from a different background? What are the key skills that you've picked up? Number one, you're prospectors. You've got to go out there. I was talking to a lady today. I'm going to wait for Dr. Nelly to come back. And I sat down at the airport before I came on this call. And I said to her, you know, everyone you talk to is worth to you $0 to $250,000 a month. You should write that down. Every person I speak to is worth $0 to $250,000 per month. She said, impossible. I said, that's what they said about going to the moon. They told us that man would never fly. If we listened to people like that, we wouldn't be who we are. But I'm telling you right now, when you understand our plan, you heard what Oliver just said, you know, don't lead with the money. Don't go out and just talk about money. You know, that's stupid. A lot of people do that. But I like on these private calls to show people success. Oliver started just like all of you. Oliver was in an inside leg. In other words, a shepherd's mother-in-law, sister-in-law's brother's inside leg type of situation. He went out to work and he made this happen. Now, I'm going to wait for Dr. Nelly. If we can't get Dr. Nelly coming through, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to hold on Dr. Nelly. I'm going to bring back Ali. You know, these things happen on this call, but I'm really excited about this. I don't know about you, because to me on this call, you've had Dino. Dino came online. He brought on board a few people. He brought on board my next speaker. You got Oliver who came online. Did you hear his story? Someone 4 years ago first spoke to him. He didn't follow him up. Someone mentioned Jeunesse. The timing was correct. Oliver decided to get on board. This guy thought Oliver's going to make me rich, put him on the inside of someone's leg, and he went to work. He didn't moan. He didn't bitch about it. He went to work. And the great story is for all of you listening right now, he did exactly what we want you to do. If you've got people who disrespect you, don't want to listen to you, go and find people who will respect you. If you have people who don't follow your way of working, find people who will. It's your business at the end of the day. You can do what you want. You want pin money? Play the pin money game. You want to play serious with a business that's transforming the world, then you play our way. While I'm waiting for Dr. Nelly, I'm going to bring my next guest online. I'm going to build him up a little bit because I've got to tell you something. I sit there and I really admire the fire starters in the world. I admire people who go out and touch other people's lives. I admire people, whether it's raining, snowing, hail, thunder, or whatever. They go out with all the nose and they talk to people. They touch people. And there is a gentleman on this call who is of that ilk. And I saw him because on GPG, I'm sitting there and watching every day an avalanche of Turkish people. And they keep saying, don't break the chain. And this guy, Ali, who is this guy? And you find all these people, Pearl, Jade, exec, Pearl, Jade, exec, Pearl, Jade, and it's started an avalanche across Turkey. And it is my pleasure today. I'm going to speak slowly. We're going to listen very intently to an enormously successful businessman who really is not just a great businessman, he's fantastic with people. And we are in the people business first. It's not about Jeunesse products. These are just the fuel that make our engines tick. But the drivers, the trainers that teach you how to drive this vehicle called Jeunesse are people like my next guest, Dr. Nelly's on the side.
Okay,
He's nearly a doctor.
One day
He will be. He's Ali Sen calling in from Turkey. He's also got Digdom in the background. I'd like to pass you all, if I can, while we wait for Dr. Nelly, to pass you all. Listen carefully to Ali Sen's background. What his background is, Ali. How did you come into this business? And please share with everyone, what is this Don't Break the Chain? Tell everybody how you're changing people's life.
Okay, thank you very much, Malcolm. I think everybody's heard me. My voice is not good because I am telling too much. As my English is not better. This one I am trying to tell what I am going to do. And I'm an economist and I have a 22 years experience of network marketing. I bring the LR company is 2002 to Turkey. I made a plan. I wait is 1 year because every time I'm thinking I have to see the club. For example, I am a technical director. The Manchester United transferred to me. Firstly, I checked the Manchester United, who is the club, what's going on. I have to check firstly. And after I made the plan. And everybody says, why don't we a Sapphire 1 or 2 months? I said, it's not I don't want to make 1 or 2 months to Sapphire. I made a plan. Tonight, Dino will be heard what I am going to do. Because every day, I am talking with my best friend, when you go to Germany, I am not talking too much. The network marketing is start from 1952. Everybody says, you look the company, you prepare the list, contact list, invite, tell the business, make an amount, and duplicate. If you read a book about the network marketing, you will see this. I have to ask this. Everybody is reading. Everybody knows the way. Everybody knows the regulation. Why they do it? I want to ask a good question. In Jeunesse 2014, the amount $418 million. Why 2015, $1,100 million is up too much. Only the good products come to Jeunesse, instantly ageless. When I start the business, you say to me, you saw only the jade and pearl. You didn't see sapphire. I think you think, why? I can do it. I give the order. Dino knows very well. Everybody it can be. But no. If they are sapphire, they will stop, I know. Therefore, I teach everything. I teach 4 months. my plan. Don't break the chain. Now, in my group, I'm starting in 6th of July, our program and my plan. Because 28 good leaders learned what is the don't break the chain. Now they are making duplicate. Because you know this, everybody knows this. If some person make 21st repeat, teach, and 66 put the brain. Now everybody learned. I think everybody knows my cycle is 45. 45 and 50. You will see, I will up is 300, 400, you will see. Not only me, with my group. Because you know now teach tonight, Malcolm, he doesn't know this to my plan. This unit telling only the young. What's the young? You know this to Turkey. As we are waiting, everybody sells products very well. Dr. Kelly, come. If you want, I can stay. Stop this, Malcolm.
What I will do, Ali, because she has a bad connection, I want to hear you. So take a breath. I'm sure people want to hear. Let's Dr. Nelly first, because her connection is bad. Then I bring you back. Okay, because I want to. You're not going nowhere till I listen to what you have to say. Yeah. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we have Dr. Nelly, and I've got to tell you guys, Dr. Nelly, I think she's there. I've lost her again. Dr. Nelly, are you there? Dr. Nelly's having a problem with the connection, and I want you to all to understand. There she is now. I think I've got her there. Hi, Dr. Nelly, you there? I think she's not there. Oh dear, never mind. The challenge is Dr. Nelly, unfortunately, hasn't got a hard wire into her PC, her laptop, and bless her, she was in the room, then she went into a front room, then she went into the garage. And she's actually, the last time I saw her, she was in her garage downstairs, and she was trying to get the best signal because she really wants to share with you some information. All I can say to yourself is if we keep losing her like this, then next week, I'm going to ask Empo to bring Dr. Nelly on board first. And I'm going to go back to Ali very shortly. I'm going to take a deep breath and explain a few things. The call is there every week. I'm going to Holland next week. So I'm going on Thursday, and I should be there till about the following Monday. I'll let my teams know tomorrow what I'm going to be planning. And then what I'll try and do is do the call from there. If I don't run the call, then Colleen Ferguson is going to help to organize the call, or one of the people, and we'll have the speakers online. So what I'd like to do is, we've had a difficult technical call tonight, and I want to start winding up right now with Ali. And I wanted to share with all of you before I bring him on. Ali's main language is not English. His main language is Turkish, obviously. But I want Ali just to share with you simplistically what he's been doing. And I'm going to tell you what he said so far before I bring him back on. Ali has been working with people, and he believes that the important thing to do is to make sure people understand what our business actually is. And he says he takes up to 4 months to train his people. The great thing that Ali has in his organization is that he has respect, because people understand that this man knows where he's going. So he works with them, he shows them, he's out on the road, and he tells people, don't break the chain. In other words, what he's telling people is, wait, we will all go sapphire together. But right now, what I want you to do is all of you start going jade and pearl and teach everybody else to do the same. And the way that he's doing that is that you can build lines of sponsorship that we actually have that create the trees that we're looking for. So it's important for you to understand why I brought him on this call. His first language isn't English, but it's important to understand, if you're in GPG, that we have a ticker tape situation where every few minutes now, every hour, we have a Turkish executive, a Turkish jade, or Turkish pearl. Dino has very sleepless nights because he thinks to himself, oh my God, because that is now propelling Dino ready to go from, I believe, from Ruby, really go fast to go to Diamond. So I'm going to bring Dr. Ali back. And for those of you who know Dr. Nelly, apologize to Nelly that we've had this challenge. I really would like Nelly back on the call. And if I can't get her on the call, what I'm going to do is call her up on a Zoom call. I'm going to record Dr. Nelly's story, because while she's not here, I'm going to share with you, she is absolutely pounding the beat in Zambia. And before I bring Ali on board, as we start winding the call up, listen to me very carefully. What you should pick up on this call is this. Somebody, once upon a time, contacted somebody in South Africa. That somebody contacted somebody else. And that contact contacted, I believe it was that way, Oliver Grimley. Oliver heard this story and he got started. Now, he could have sat there and moaned and bitched, I'm in the right position, I'm on the inside, all the rest of it. He went to work. And Oliver Grimley should be applauded in this group because he has, on his own, completely created much of the spillover that has made him go towards the position that he's in right now. And that makes him very, very special. He's also said to you he did 300 cycles last month and made $20,000. I think that's very important at the age of 27. And he's single, by the way, so that's worth thinking about as well. The important thing is, from him, he met someone called Mpo. Fabulous lady. I've had her on my calls as well. What I'm trying to share with you is that each piece of paper, remember, 0 to 250,000 per month. So he goes out, he's talked to Mpo, professional lady, never been in network marketing in her life. Mpo, from what I gathered, Oliver will correct me on my next call, signed up over 400 people. Never been in this industry on her life. Didn't know where to put them all, so she put them all on one side, and then there was a mess in the binary. But, you know, she could have cried about it. She didn't. She saw that, and Oliver saw that as being the future pension plan, because this business is a 3 to 5 year journey to diamond, and for full retirement and for lifelong pleasure, it's after 5 years that most people achieve that. So I'm going to go back to Ali, and I'm going to ask Ali to relax. Whatever you want to share with us, to us, it's gold. I think the points that you've made right now, so I can bring you back on track, what Ali said was he's got lots and lots of people who are Jade and Pearl. And he has told them to hold at Jade and Pearl because he feels, as a trainer in his organization, in his country, that people stop when they get to Sapphire. And I agree with him completely, Ali, because in my organization, I would say 75% of the Sapphires stop once they get to Sapphire. And the reason is that they don't understand. They become managers. Suddenly, they're sitting on their little laptop from early morning to late, pushing paper, making a couple of phone calls, not doing what they're supposed to be doing. So it's important. So I want to bring you back online. Please share with us as we start closing this call off so that people understand. When you are talking to people, again, let's go through this. When they come on board, share with everybody slowly, if you can, what is the sequence of things that you do? Do you do all the meetings for your people? Do you give them the right tools? And what are the other pieces of advice about mindset and what they do about leadership? Can you share that with everybody, please, Ali? Take your time, please, sir. Back to you, Ali.
Okay. Now the Stadino knows. I started the journey is 15 months. But my points, my group points, every time is the same. I didn't fail too much. Yes, Dino? No. Yes, same. Because I made a plan. Every time I say to Dino, I have a plan. This one, I am making my plan. I am not thinking only the Turkey. You wait me, Malcolm. I am coming to London, Africa, to everywhere. For why? I know this way because I make many practice. For example, everybody is thinking we will catch the network marketing. It's very difficult. And when we take this, we say, firstly, use it, secondly, sell it, and find the networkers. Tell business every time. But to sell is very, very different. I think when you are university, you haven't got too much money, Malcolm. You are not a rich man. When you are university, I think you can work the cafe, restaurant, another place because you need the money. Heard it tonight. We made an organization. We write if you want to finish your university life, we are ready to solve your business, but not networking. Malcolm, you think we have a very good locomotive, instantly agilist. When the university boy paying 160 Turkish lira buy a $1 agilist to sell 260,000 Turkish lira, 100,000 earning is a big money. Last month in June, Dino, I sell with the university group 247 bucks. 247. Now we made all the university write this 160 Turkish lira. We are ready to give the business to you. Now I will give a numbers to you. It's a big surprise for you. 14,000 university students called to us. 14,000. 1 and 4. You can say to me, Ali, I have a group. 28% didn't know to everybody. Now I am making 3 days in Antalya meeting, camp. Everybody knows my plan. I will give all the details. You think my plan in July and August, every day, 1,000 instantly agilist market. 1,000 instantly agilist, 30,000 points one day. In a week, 150,000. In a month, 650,000. Why? Because I give the big promos to my friend. I say, you are my best friend. Because one year before he comes, I speak with him. If nobody don't make this business, I will work with you. When you're a diamond, I will be very happy. And every time I say, Malcolm, my name is Ali Shan. Don't forget this name. You can say, it's not my dream, Malcolm. I am making the practice 1.5 months. I prepare everything. I check it. Kim Hui, how did she do it? There is a lady in Germany. She is selling only the Nivo. I saw the South Africa. Everybody is selling Nivo, serum, and instantly agilist. Not all the products. Difficult. Everybody wants to see. You think 4 things, 4 chassis, instantly agilist, 20,000 Turkish lira in Turkey. It's very cheap. Everybody buy it. But every box is 30 points. Is it good for me?
Ali, let me just share with everybody what you've said so that we can...
Did you like... Sorry, Malcolm. Did you like it?
So that I can just share with you what Ali said, and we'll start one and call it, because it's very, very important. Listen to what he said. And this is what brings it all back right to the ground for all of you listening in or watching this video. Sometimes you forget a little is a lot for some people. So Ali decided to go to university students. Yes. And he said, basically, most university students are broke, which they are. They're studying. They all like girls, the girls like makeup, and they like guys, and they don't have enough money. So they do part-time jobs. So what Ali decided to do was to show these university students in a trial batch. This is what I'm getting. Correct me if I'm wrong. Hey, listen, by selling a box of instantly ageless, you're making the equivalent of so many hours working in a cafe or whatever it is. That's what I believe he's done. So he does a test with everybody. It is so extremely successful that 14,000 students have now contacted him and said, we want part of this action.
No.
Dino has just nearly collapsed because his pacemaker no longer needs Duracell batteries, because that means what Ali is saying is just from Instantly Ageless, from the university students. So this is the story we're trying to share. This is what I mean about minds. Remember, you leverage time, you leverage money, minds. A great mind like Ali Shen came along, talks to Dino, and here's the important key. Did you hear what he said? I met Dino and I said, I'll be happy when you go diamond. It's not when I go diamond, I'll be happy when you go diamond. That's a mark of a true good leader in Dino, and the mark of a great follower to become a great leader in Ali Shen, because he understands, like I do, to become a leader, you have to be a follower first. It's not about trying to make someone big. They've already walked the walk. They've already done the job before you. So as I wind the call up, the story is this, and you're going to see some amazing things happening. That's why I said three things to wind the call up. First, you heard Oliver. Great. 300 cycles. Absolutely. I'm over the moon. 27 years old, earns 20,000. Let's talk money for a moment. I'm telling you on this call right now that we are really unfortunate we don't listen to Dr. Nelly. She'll share this with you, but I'm going to share this with you because it was let out the bag. Dr. Nelly broke 11 sapphires in 2 months in Zambia. Remember, in Zambia, for all of you moaning and bitching about money, the serum cost a month's wages, at least a month's wages in Zambia. So she has broken those sapphires where people don't have any money, but they understand that the serum and what they've got is actually a business, and they call it the freedom vehicle. That's their war cry in Zambia and South Africa. They're going out there saying consumption of these products will save you and move you and treat you in a way that will break you free. You're going to become free with this product, with your own home-based business. Consumption is the key. Sharing is the other key. Then we've got Ali Shen. I'm so pleased he's come online. He's going to come on another call again because he gets more and more used to these calls. He's a fabulous, fabulous gentleman. I haven't met him yet. And I want him to come to England, by the way. He's just told you that in the background, he's working away and he saw a market, students. And he went to the students and he's done a small thing to show them slowly that if they went out and they moved 1 box of Ageless, it is the equivalent for them of a day's work or maybe 2 days' work in Turkey. Not about how much it is or whatever. He said, that's the solution, and I'm going to show them how to do it. As a result of testing that, he's got 14,000 students who have now contacted him and said, right, we're ready to go. So you're looking on the left-hand side at the next diamond of GPG, because, Dino, I am absolutely sure with that kind of volume, we shoot straight from ruby to diamond in no time at all, in 2 months. But the key here is that Ali Shen is proud to be part of that. He's proud for his leader to go to that level because he knows that he's right behind him actually doing the work, and he will be the next diamond that follows through as well. I think tonight's call was really, really wonderful. Lots of great information. And, you know, I'm a little sad because, you know, Dr. Nelly was sitting there waiting a long time. But I want to tell you this.
Can I say something?
Please, yes, you can. Just 1 second. If I just say this, because I want to bring you back to close the call, Ali. I just want to talk about Nelly because it was important. You know, she sat in her garage, and it's always difficult for me so that you all understand as the host. I can never fit everyone in the right place at the right time. There are always technical issues. She was dying to share with you what she's done. And I'm going to make sure that all of you recognize Dr. Nelly. This is a doctor who's gone out. She has set Zambia on fire. It is very unfortunate that we don't have the internet connection. But this lady's gone out in a country which is, you know, compared to like Turkey or England or Europe, even Turkey's got its own challenges with finances, but in a place where it's very hard to afford a serum or reserve. She's broken 11 sapphires in 2 months. So I'm going to bring it back to Ali, and then we're going to start winding up. So Ali, if you'd just like to help us to close the call with other bits of information, then we start winding up. Ali Shen.
Malcolm, thank you very much, because I am very, very happy. I am in GPG family. I love you so much, and I love the Dino Albanos. But I tell only my plan to the A. There is a B and C. I am not thinking only the university students, only the SAD. I am making the network marketing, but with the plan. This plan, it will be good. Now, this month, my points is 40% is up, you know, yeah?
Yeah.
And you will see in July and August, I know what's going on in Turkey, in the world. Believe me, I will be as the first, not me, with all the GPG, because I love the GPG family. I love you. If you need something in Turkey, I am ready. If you need something in other things, I am ready, because I am very happy with GPG family, with my friends. But if I do it, I do it best, Malcolm. Thank you.
Absolutely. You know, I've been waiting for you to come on the call. I talked to Digdon quite a lot, and I'm really pleased. And as we wind the call up today, I think it's been a great call. Like I say, you know, it is unfortunate we've had a few technical issues, but I work very hard to do these calls at the weekends. And as I close the call off, this is a people business. And, you know, good things happen, bad things happen. And from the beginning, 2.5 years ago, I told people that if you have a few bad apples, they can ruin the entire crop. But the great thing is when you're like Ali, you're like Oliver, you're like Dino, myself, and others in this industry, we know that we're on the right path. So even if the entire groups collapse, we don't sit there and think, oh my goodness, we just go out, we walk away from those who don't respect us, who don't work with us, who don't edify us, we find somebody else. Because as Oliver said, we share this information for free. As a seminar speaker in a company that I ran, 2 years, 2 separate companies, if you check my LinkedIn bios, we could charge $4,000 a seat for the information that you've had tonight. And, you know, if you count 4 of these seminars, we would have charged you easily around $4,000 for it. We give it for free. I would ask you all to have a fantastic week coming up. I would like to thank, if I can, once again, my fabulous guests who are left on this call right now. First of all, the absolutely incredible guy, Dino Alvarez. And he's really is, you're going to see, I'm quite confident that by September of this year, Dino's going to be diamond. And I'm really pleased about it. I think that he deserves it. He is going to do it. I know he's going to do it. And, you know, look at the little tips that has been left on this call. We've talked about, he went out there, he's got people that he knows, but he's also found people who are looking like Ali and people who are looking like the Greek team, the beginning of the Greek team. And from those, we had the fantastic people that have come on board, like Rolandos has come on board, and Andriani and Maria and Costas, good friends of mine. I'm coming there very shortly. Haralampos, Helena. All of this has started off because he decided once to put an advert out. He flew over and he interviewed a few people for a position for jeunesse, holding his posture. He started that off, and he found through his reputation people like Ali Shem. I've really enjoyed the call tonight. It's been a difficult call because I really wanted to hear what Nelly had to say. I hope you've all enjoyed the call. My name is Malcolm Peters. I'm going to say goodbye to all of you right now. It's been a really quite a hairy week, difficult week. I'm going to be in Holland next week for my Dutch team who's there. I shall be there on Thursday. I'm arriving. I'll be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Following that, I'll be going to Sweden, Moscow, Israel. I'm doing the 22nd. And in my agenda, I've planned South Africa, Cyprus, Greece, and India. What a business. What a journey. I look forward to seeing you all. Have a fantastic week. I'd like to also say goodbye also to Ali Shen, incredible human being, fabulous leader. I think one of the top stars in Turkey. Everyone loves him. Everyone respects him. He's a really great guy. We got Oliver, who's sitting there somewhere, probably listening, chilling out with his earphones. And from myself, Malcolm Peters, saying goodbye tonight. On the 2nd of June, fabulous call. I really enjoyed it. Hope you did too. See you again. Have a wonderful evening and a fantastic new week. Goodbye, everybody.
Thank you for the fantastic call, Malcolm.